I was running around in-game looking for inspiration when I had an idea strike. And that is to use my house as a makeshift target. Let's get to it. First up is to explain what I mean. The idea kind of resembles that minigame on Eventide Island where you try to land a wing inside a target, and you get it as close as you can to the bullseye. But since there's nothing creative I can do there, I'm taking that concept and applying it to the house that I made. Because when viewed from above, it looks like a great place to try and launch things onto. Just imagine there's a target, and the center is the bullseye. And unlike the minigame, I will try with more than just the wing. With my thorough explanation out of the way, I want to begin with a catapult. From this spot, I have a clear view of my target, so I set up a very simple catapult, consisting of 2 wood beams, a stabilizer, and a sled. So, time to test it out. For that, I picked up a wheel out of the nearby parts station and set it loose. Great. I didn't even come close. So, I tested to see if weight mattered by using a watermelon. And yeah, that seemed to perform even worse. Catapulting just doesn't seem to be in the cards with this approach.
Outstanding!
Next up, I wanted to land flying devices on my target. But I didn't want it to be overly simple. So instead, I decided I needed to be a considerable amount of distance away, and I would jump off my device and try to hit the bullseye. Only issue I faced here is that Zonai devices like to bounce. Oftentimes, they bounce in sporadic directions. So, it would look like my device is gonna stick to landing, but instead it just falls off the side. During this, I was constructing different planes to try, and I remembered this comment. At first, I tried placing 2 stabilizers, facing opposite directions on either side of the plane. My goal was that I wanted to see if I could make the wing do a barrel roll. Instead, the configuration I'd came up with did this. So on my next attempt, I made sure the stabilizers made direct contact. This result was pretty awesome, because it made the wing spin around in circles. It's not very useful with what I was trying to do, but it could be useful in a future build. Not gonna lie, I totally got sidetracked. So I went back to my catapult idea. This time, I went with only 1 beam between the stabilizer and sled. And to test it out, I placed a fish on it to be launched. But yeah, that didn't work out. My original launcher had 2 poles between the sled and the stabilizer, but that one didn't really hit my target. So I decided this time, I'm gonna add 3 poles. With that, I loaded the launcher up with plenty of fish, and I set it loose. Where did they go? I guess they just vanished. So, I set everything back up and did the test again. Except this time, I made sure to keep an eye on the fish as they launched. And they just disappeared. Okay. I checked the target to see if they somehow miraculously ended up there, but nope. I checked beside the house and even down the hill. I guess they all just poofed. I don't know where to, but I'm starting to think that using my house as a target is just showing off how bad I am at launching things. If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Also, leave a comment because I respond to those pretty often. And as always, I'll catch you next time.